Mom, what are you doing in there?
I'm looking for some wax paper to wrap this meat in so it doesn't spoil.
I haven't got any wax paper, and the meat won't spoil.
This meat looks terrible.
Who asked you to look at it? Why don't you get out of the kitchen?
What time is it? Midnight?
It's only 20 to 10.
Only 20 to 10.
I know. She's undependable and unreliable. What else is new?
Well, you did say 7:30. I heard you.
Listen, you don't have to hang around, you know.
I'll just wait until she gets back. I won't interfere with your orgy. I told you that.
No, I told you that. No? You turn it off. I want to hear if she comes in.
Is this the song you wrote?
Yes. How did you know I wrote it?
I didn't. I just asked you.
Oh.
It's good. Pretty.
You mean pretty good?
No, I mean good and pretty.
Wow.
I wonder where she is.
You're worried about Jill?
Oh,
She's probably still auditioning.
for 6 hours? I'm worried about her.
You're worried about her?
Well, aren't you?
Something's come over you. First you liked my song, now you're worried about Jill, and you haven't mentioned my coming home for hours. Are you feeling all right?
Well, don't I seem all right?
No, you're not behaving like Supermom. Next thing you'll be telling me you don't want me to come home.
It's not that I don't like Jill. I just wish you were a different kind of girl.
She is a different kind of girl. That's what you don't like.
Well, when I was her age, punctuality meant something.
What did it mean?
Well, it meant if I were to be 3 hours late for dinner, I'd call and explain.
You'd never be 3 hours late.
And I certainly would not.
You'd be a month early.
You know, she could be lost. She did say she always gets lost around New York.
Any cab driver could bring her home. She never said that she loses her way around New York.
Oh, yes, she said it to me.
Well, if she'd have said it to you, I'd have heard it.
It must have been after you went out.
She was here while I was out?
It seems to me she was, yes.
Why?
Oh, the usual. She needed her dress zipped.
But you did that while I was here.
She just stopped by. She was over here for a minute.
Well, what did you talk about?
I don't remember.
You remember that she loses her way around New York. Now, what did you talk about?
What does it matter?
If it doesn't matter, then tell me.
Johnny, do not shout at me! We talked about Snow White.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? That's Snow White?
Was there any other?
Well, why were you talking about her?
Why does it matter why we were talking about Snow White? It's not like we said anything bad about her.
I don't like you talking to my friends behind my back.
It wasn't behind your back. You weren't even here. Donnie.
What?
Did Linda Fletcher give you confidence?
Mother, you know damn well what Linda Fletcher gave me. So don't be funny with me.
I wasn't trying to be funny. Did she also give you confidence?
Yes.
Didn't I?
You gave me help.
Well, I always thought one led to the other.
Not necessarily, I guess.
Why didn't you tell me you don't like to be called Donnie?
I told you 1,000 times.
Oh, I remember something I'd heard 1,000 times.
Maybe it was only 100, but what is all this? Why all the questions?
What's wrong with Donnie?
It reminds me of Little Johnny Dark.
I said, what's wrong with that?
You work on it.
All right, fine. What would you like me to call you? I'll try to remember.
Don. Donald. Sebastian or Irving, I don't care. Anything but Donnie.
I'm not going to call you Sebastian or Irving. I will try to remember to call you Dawn.
Okay, she's home. You can go now, Mom.
There's a man with her.
You stopped listening at the door?
Well, I can't hear anything. They're at the other end, but there's a man. playing with her.
That's probably the television that you hear.
Oh, why would she be talking and laughing with the television set?
Mom, please get away from there.
I am away from there. Oh.
Come on in.
Hi, I'm back. And I brought Ralph Austin with me. Baker, you're still here. John, this is Ralph Austin. I told you about him. He's directing the play. Ralph, this is Dawn. Dawn's mother, Mrs. Baker. I told Ralph all about you, and he was excited to meet you.
Yeah, Jill told me how adept you are for somebody who can't see.
You can say blind, Ralph. It's in my vocabulary too.
Oh yeah, I should have guessed that. Jill told me you don't have any hang-ups about the thing.
Ralph, you don't have to shout.
Mr. Austin, my son is not deaf.
Oh, sorry.
It happens all the time. People think that if you can't see, you can't hear.
He can hear a lot better than we can.
No, I can't.
What is that smell?
Can I fix you something before I go?
We had dinner, but I wouldn't mind some coffee if it wouldn't be too much trouble. Oh.
You were expected here for dinner, dear.
Dawn, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Flowers and candles. It's beautiful.
Well, there you go.
That's me for you. I just completely forgot. You see, we went over to Ralph's apartment afterwards, after the audition, and we drank a whole bottle of champagne or whatever it was.
It was a sparkling burgundy.
So you got the part?
Yes and no. I'm not playing the wife.
So what are you playing? The homosexual?
No. The secretary. It's a small part, but I got this one really good scene.
Yeah, Jill did a really great audition, man. I was really proud of her.
God, I was so nervous. I mean, just imagine having to go out there completely and totally naked.
Sorry, I broke a mug.
Can I help?
No, thank you. It's already broken. How many coffees?
None for me.
I don't want any.
Why did Jill have to be naked for her audition?
Well, there's a lot of nudity in this play. I had to see the actors' bodies. The visual here is very important. Hope you don't mind my saying that.
Not at all.
How do you take your coffee, Mr. Austin?
Just black, please.
Now, I don't think that anybody can call me a prude.
Well, I'd like to see them try.
But at first, I was really nervous about taking all of my clothes off, but then there were like 30 or 40 other actors all around me, all naked. I mean, I was the only one with my clothes on. How would you feel?
Warm, all over.
Yeah, I was out front with my writer and my producer, and the minute I saw Jill naked, well, I knew she wasn't right for the lead.
I mean, tell me, Mr. Austin, is there any story to your play, or is that too much to hope for?
There's a very dramatic story, Mrs. Baker.
I die at the end.
Pneumonia?
It's going to be a wild scene. I'm a genius at this kind of thing. Jill will be laying on her back on her stage, dying from an overdose of heroin. She's in agony. She's writhing across the stage, and she's screaming this one word. She screams it over and over and over.
What's the word?
Did you have to ask?
Well, I don't know if I should use it here.
Oh, you're going to use it on stage, but you don't know if you can use it here?
It's okay, Ralph. You can say it here. What's the word?
All right, it's,
Maybe you shouldn't say it. Ralph, are you sure that the public is ready for this kind of thing?
Are you kidding? They're dying for it. I'm talking about the thinking public here, not any of those giddy little tight-ass matrons from Scarsdale. Have I said something wrong?
Pick anything, Mr. Austin.
Well, Mrs. Baker is from Scarsdale.
Oh, present company accepted. Isn't that the rule?
Well, I don't wish to be accepted, Mr. Austin. Thank you. Tell me, what is the name of this play?
It's called Do Unto Others.
I must remember that. I'd hate to wander in by accident.
Like it if you gave it a chance, Mrs. Baker. I mean, see it with an open mind.
I must warn you, my mother hasn't seen anything since The Sound of Music.
The play isn't dirty. I wouldn't be involved in a dirty play. I mean, it's just true to life.
Not Mom's life.
The play is really good, Don. It just needs some polishing.
I just said scrubbing.
We'll just have to make it without the support of Scarsdale.
Oh, I wouldn't count on the support of this giddy little matron, Mr. Austin. I have no intention to pay good money to see nudity, obscenity, and degeneracy.
But Mrs. Baker, these things are all a part of life.
Yes, I know, Mr. Austin, but so is diarrhea, and I wouldn't classify that as
This play is going to be shut down by the police.
Don't worry, it'll run for 2 years, and I wouldn't be surprised if we made a star.
Ruby to see Jill Tanner up in lights.
Jill Tanner?
Yeah, Benson is my married name, but I will use my real name, Tanner. Please remember it. It'd be terrible if I became famous and nobody knew that it's me.
Well, I'd better get going. Steve's coming over with some rewrites. How long is it going to take you to pack?
Not long, but you go ahead.
Well, I'll wait if you're not going to take forever. How many bags have you got?
Only 2, but it'll take me a while to find all of my things.
I can only give you one closet.
Are you going somewhere?
Did I mention it? I'm moving in with Ralph. I thought that I had said something.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, Ralph thought that it would be a good idea if we moved in together.
It was your idea.
But it doesn't matter whose idea it was. It was a good one. Listen, Don, I'm not really going away. I mean, it's not far. Where is
It's off Christopher Street.
that far?
It's across town.
See? Ralph has got a really, really great apartment. It's kind of something like this, with the skylight. And he hasn't got a bed like yours, but it's really great. I wish that you could see it. I mean, we want you to come over whenever you want to. Don't we, Ralph?
Yeah, sure. We consider you part of the family.
Told you blessed Don. Listen, it's really not that far. I wish that you could see Ralph. I mean, he's got a really good face. It's strong and noble. Ralph, let Don feel your face. That way he knows what you look like just by feeling it. Feel his face. It's a really good face.
Go ahead, Don.
He doesn't want to, Mr. Austin.
I have to go. It was nice meeting you, Don. I hope to see you soon. Here, don't take too long packing, huh? It was nice meeting you too, Mrs. Baker. I'm sorry if I offended you.
Oh, that's quite all right, Mr. Austin. I can assure you it won't happen again.
Don?
Well, I better get packing. I'll drop in and say goodbye before I leave, okay?
Mom? Mom, are you there?
Yes.
Gotta tell you something. You better sit down.
Something awful?
No. You're gonna like it. But you'd better sit down.
I'm sitting.
I want to go home. Can you get the car and I'll pack? Did you hear me?
Yes,
Well, why don't you say something?
I planned on it. I'm collecting my thoughts.
Can't you do that while you pull the car around? It won't take me long.
Just a minute. I think we ought to talk about it.
Talk about it? I thought you'd be jumping with joy about it. Isn't that why you came here today, to take me home?
Yes.
But then why is there to talk about? God, we've been talking about it all day long. You said this place wasn't Buckingham Palace. You said I was living in a rat hole.
And you said it was the Taj Mahal. You said this was your home now. Why aren't you dancing with joy?
So you're saying you don't want me to come home?
No. Only saying we should talk about it. Now don't misunderstand me. I still think this place is dreadful and I doubt I'll ever like it. But I didn't choose to live here. You did. You were anxious to have a place of your own, so you rushed in here and now you want to rush out. I think we should talk about it.
Isn't it amazing that you and I think exactly alike, but never at the same time? I'm not going to make it, Mom. I really don't think I'm going to be able to make it.
Why? Because some girl walked out on you?
2 girls, Mom. Let's not forget about Linda.
And it may be 10 girls. Girls walk out on sight at men too, you know.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, it's supposed to make you stop feeling sorry for yourself. You never used to feel sorry for yourself. Please don't start now. You are going to meet a lot of girls. Someday you're going to meet a girl who's capable of a permanent relationship. Jill isn't. She knows this about herself. I think you're better off staying here. I don't want you coming home discouraged and defeated. You've got your music.
Christ, Mom! When are you going to get it through your head that I am not little Johnny Dark? I am discouraged and I am defeated. It's over.
Do you remember the first Donnie Dark story?
No.
You were 5 years old. We were vacationing on Lake Winnipesaukee. Dad took you into the lake. It was the first water you'd been in deeper than a bathtub. You were terrified. They could hear you screaming all over New Hampshire. So Dad brought you in and I put you to bed. You trembled for hours. That night, I told you a story about a little blind boy who could swim the 7 seas and stop the dolphins.
And those dolphins told him about enemy submarines on their way to destroy the United States Navy, and Donnie swam home just in time to save them. What a load of crap!
The next day, you learned how to swim. I didn't write those stories hoping for a Pulitzer Prize in literature. I wrote them because I found a way to help you. Every time you felt discouraged or defeated, I told you a Donnie Dark story. And you tried a little harder, and you did a little bit better. Shall I make up one for you now, or are you man enough to handle this situation on your own?
A month ago, you didn't think I was man enough. You said I wasn't ready to live on my own. Why have you changed?
I don't know that I've changed. You are not the boy that left home a month ago. I came here today hoping you were. It's hard to adjust to not being needed anymore. But I can do it now. So, you just go on and live your life. I'd like to see you have some decent furniture. And then you need dishes and glasses. I'll send some down to you.
Okay.
And some linen. You definitely use a better ashtray. You know, this place might not be so bad if you fixed it up a little. Can I help you fix it up a little?
Sure.
I'll call you tomorrow and we'll talk about it.
Mom? glad that you came.
I love you. Dawn.
I know you do, Mom. I know you do. Hey, hey! How you doing?
Then I made it. Look, I left those dish towels and paper napkins in there if you want them.
I don't need it.
We'll donate them to the apartment then. Here's the key. I'll leave it on the table. You should probably give it to the super and have him lock that door up again.
I'll wait to see who moves in next. They could be someone rude.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, let's don't have a big goodbye or anything, okay? I'll be seeing ya.
Can't you stay just a minute?
Once I get going somewhere, I kind of like to get going. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but I was just going to have a corned beef sandwich on rye. You want one?
Once I get going somewhere, I kind of like to get going. Unless somebody orders me a corned beef sandwich on rye.
How about a beer?
Candles are still lit.
I know. I'm very religious.
Where's Mama?
She went home.
I didn't hear her leave. What's the verdict?
She accepted my Declaration of Independence.
You're kidding.
I got to hand it to her. She put up one great battle.
Maybe she should have won. I mean, maybe you would be better off at home.
That's a switch.
I've been thinking about it.
Come on, girl. It's taken me a whole day and 3 pints of blood to convince my mother, and I don't want to have to start on you.
I like to have things done for me.
So quit the play and leave Ralph and move in with my mother? I'm not a mother.
I don't care. You didn't like Ralph, did you?
Where are you?
On the couch?
Oh. I couldn't hear where your voice was coming from.
You always could before.
I wasn't concentrating. You seem nice.
Who?
Ralph.
You didn't like him, did you?
I said he seemed nice.
I could tell you didn't like him. You were all uptight whenever he was here.
I'm always uptight when there's more than one person in the room. I have to figure out who's speaking and if he's speaking to me.
I guess you didn't like him because he's rude.
Was he rude?
Well, putting down Scarsdale like that in front of your mother?
Well, that was an accident. He didn't know that she was from Scarsdale. And I'm sorry that you think he's rude.
I don't think he's rude.
Well, you said it, I didn't. Or is there someone else here?
I know that he comes off a little conceited.
I'm sorry that you think he's rude. Jill, do you think Ralph is rude?
I mean, I'm moving in with him, aren't I? Why would I move in with him if I thought that?
Well, that was my next question.
Okay, I gotta go.
You know, come to think of it, I don't like Ralph.
I knew it all along. But why?
Like you said, he's rude and he's conceited.
But that's what I've been trying to tell you. I knew that's what you thought, but he's not at all conceited.
And thanks a lot for making me feel his face.
I like him better if he could feel his face. Okay, gotta go.
You know, I'm going to tell you something. You know something? You don't like Ralph.
Oh, please! I got 2 bags sitting right there so that I can move in with him.
I don't care if you have 13 trunks, you don't like him.
Well, you think just because you're blind, you can see everything.
Oh, that's right. That 6th sense that we all have tells me you don't like Ralph Austin. Kooky,
No, it's just stupid.
Tell me, Jill, with Ralph, is it like the 4th of July and like Christmas?
No, not exactly. With him, it's more like Labor Day.
Well, you got a beautiful face.
Yes,
Well, how about Carissa?
definitely.
Well, then I'm selling mine.
You should hurry. It's been known to fade away.
You love him?
In my way.
This morning you said you could never love anyone.
How was this morning? Am I allowed to change my mind, or have my words already been passed into law by Congress?
Look, I'm not the worldliest human on the block, but I know that whenever you're rushing into the arms of the man you love, you don't stop for a corned beef sandwich on the
Which shows how little you know me. Some people wear their hearts on their sleeve, and I wear my appetite.
Something my mother said.
Was what something your mother said?
The reason you're leaving, the reason why you didn't show up for dinner, I know you didn't forget. That wasn't something she said.
You don't even listen to your mother. Why would I?
Why are you leaving? And don't give me that crap about liking Ralph.
I'm leaving because I want to leave. I'm free. And I go when I want to go.
Thought it might have something to do with me.
It has absolutely nothing to do with you.
Okay. Then you're scared to death of getting involved.
I don't want to get involved. I already told you that.
Yeah, you told me. No commitments, no responsibility.
I have to be free to get out if I get tired of this situation.
Tired of me?
Anybody.
Well, what if I get tired of you?
Of me.
Well, doesn't anybody get tired of you?
I don't stick around long enough to find out.
With Ralph, you can get out any time you like. But it might be harder to walk out on the blind guy, right?
Blindness has nothing to do with it. Nothing.
You know damn well it has. You wouldn't feel a thing leaving Ralph or Sebastian or Irving, but if you walked out on the little Johnny Dark, you might hate yourself, and you wouldn't look like that, would you? Hate me or love me, but don't stay because I'm blind, and don't leave because I'm blind.
Who are Sebastian and Irving?
Nobody. I made them up.
You know, sometimes I don't understand you. We don't think alike. And I know I'd only hurt you sooner or later.
So what?
I don't want to hurt you.
You do it to everybody else. Why do I rate special treatment?
I don't want to be another Linda Fletcher. She hurt you, didn't she?
She helped me too. She was here when I needed her.
I can't promise that. I don't know where I'll be whenever you need me.
You need me a hell of a lot more than I need you.
I don't need anybody. I never have, and I never will. I have to go.
I'm glad you said have to and not want to.
Yeah, I finally said something right. I'll be seeing them.
Yeah? I'll be seeing you. I'll think about you years from now and wonder if you ever made a commitment, if you ever got involved.
I hope not.
Don't worry. It won't happen. Because you're emotionally retarded. Did you know that? It's why you couldn't face marriage, and it's why you can't face anything real, anything permanent. You're scared to death of falling in love with me, but you're too adolescent for that responsibility, and you're never going to change. Because you're crippled. And I'd rather be blind. there?
Well, the news is good. It's not your mother.
What are you doing here?
Sitting on the floor.
I was gonna have a picnic.
That's a great idea.